Tune in, turn up, the clock's ticking fast. Crypto secrets from the future and past. Magic got the spark, Dave's got the flow. Right in the blockchain, wherever it goes. The Crypto Magic Hour, feel the power. Counting coins as we print every hour. VV Magic, Dave's on the scene. Crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah, the Crypto Magic Hour.
Hi.
We're back, bitches.
How you doing, stranger?
What's up? What's up?
Long time no see. I think it's been
I know
3 weeks.
It's been a minute. It's definitely been a minute. I spent 2 weeks probably out west between Vegas and LA. You were traveling the globe to Portugal and whatnot. So yeah, we got a lot to catch up on today, Missy. What's up? How are you?
I'm good. I think I'm finally adjusted back to real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite the travel. 13 hours and 8-hour time change, and it was real tough out there.
My heart doesn't break for you. Travel to Singapore and then come talk to me when you go 30 hours and then come back and you're like, what the? I didn't know that we could fly around that far. But tell me, how was Portugal? Was it like insane? Was it amazing? Was it great?
It was awesome. Why don't we not have a, not that we use it, but why don't we have a private comment section now? It's kind of strange.
Why do we do or we don't?
We don't. Maybe it has to do with the different destinations. Anyway.
Yeah, we do. I see it. Private chat.
Well, I'm.
Hi.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let's go.
It was great. It was amazing. It was probably my favorite trip that I've been on. Wow. I mean, they're all special and unique in their own ways, but I don't know. Like, it was just a way different vibe and atmosphere, and it was just so chill, and everyone just had a great time. It was much slower paced, and perhaps it's because I wasn't working a booth also. Like, I didn't have to worry about that.
That's
just
nice.
Like content. Yeah, it was just content creation. So I just felt like I had a lot more time to just hang out.
Yeah. I mean, you look great. Like, you look refreshed. Like, you look.
I got a little tan.
I like it. So, I mean, was NFC Lisbon like everything it was cracked up to be? I don't mean from like your perspective, but like what you went there to do. I know you went there obviously on in a work capacity, right?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was really good. It was set up really interesting. It was a little bit similar to the crypto event that we went to in Auxerre in France.
Yeah.
Like smaller booths, but there was a lot of people there. I didn't like tour around that much. It's kind of more of a Max question because he was like getting content of everything.
Right.
But yeah, it was pretty busy. And then, they had like these after parties that, I'd never really done that thing unless it was sort of like more VV related, but Sandbox put on a beach party and there was a lot of people there and it was cool. It was really fun.
Yeah, the Sandbox dude got a lot of money, man.
Money.
Like, he's got money. I went to one of his parties. I remember out in LA. This dude's house in LA is fucking retarded. I forgot his name. Sebastian. What's his last name? Sebastian. I don't know. These French dudes somehow are like they figured this shit out, man. I'm telling you, like they genuinely figured this stuff out. But yeah, all right, good shit, good stuff. I'm glad.
I see we have a visitor. Are we gonna keep him waiting?
Yeah, nah, you can bring him on. Nah, come on. Oh my goodness, we have two visitors on stage. That thing is out of control. Not even out of control. It's actually under control. That is serious.
That's real?
That is real. That's as real as it gets, Magic. Yeah. Welcome to what my life has been like for the last 2.5 weeks. Look at
that. That's something.
Yeah.
It is something.
What's up, Bill? What's good?
Good morning. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. I was just catching up with Magic, about Portugal and whatnot, seeing how it was. NFC Lisbon. Just chilling, just trying to play catch up a little bit. I know that we've been kind of out of the loop on Magic Hour we actually technically only missed 1 week of Magic Hour because you and Gex obviously helped fill in like the week before. So it was that was dope. But yeah, we didn't want to. I didn't want to miss another week. I know that we've been obviously all of us have been kind of crazy busy with what's cooking, and there was a lot going on, obviously, like in the crypto world. But I figured, let's go get on here and let's shoot the shit and see what's good and see what's up, man. Send notes.
So get me caught up on you, Dave. What? How is? I haven't.
The best shirt
talked to you.
ever.
That is kind of the best shirt ever. It was Bitcoin Vegas was. I got to be honest. I was a little like this. It was cool. I got to go to like maybe 1 day of events, and that was pretty much it. Although Mike Tyson's house is kind of fucking crazy. I could see why white tigers would be walking around in that backyard.
Did you get to pet a tiger?
No, there was no tigers there. Thank God. Thank God there was no tigers there. But no, it was good. It was good. I spent a lot of the time thinking that I was actually going to get to. I got news once I got off the plane. Once I landed in Vegas, that I was supposed to pitch this TV show called Crypto Nights. It's kind of like a Shark Tank, I guess, but for like crypto. And I spent my whole time pretty much preparing for that. And it didn't end up materializing for one or whatever other reason. And yeah, I kind of missed a few things here and there. And then I was just like, you know what? Like by the time the conference was done, I missed a good chunk of stuff. I did manage to go to, like I said, the Tyson house to meet the Stacks fam and everybody else. So it was good to meet some people that I haven't had a chance to put a face to, but it was nice. It was good times. LA was even better. I got to be honest, like just to go and just relax. Like I did come back from Puerto Rico. Fair. I understand it was like vacation into vacation, but
You're on full blown summer break. It sounds like.
Yeah. Like, listen, man, I think I deserve it after like the time that I've put in so far, but like coming back now, this week is going to be like hands down crazy with what's coming up. So yeah, I'm stoked for what's cooking. Yeah. Bildo, what's good with you?
Yeah, check Telegram. I feel like it's always when this show starts, Krista starts sending messages, but check TG when you get a chance.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, that's about it. Crypto markets are green, or at least the ones that I'm in or following. So seems like a good day. Crazy times in the world, that's for sure.
I'm surprised to hear you say it's green. If not everything that's going on was going to affect it in a negative way.
You talking about Israel, Iran?
Yeah.
That and everything that has all the like riots or protests, whatever the word is. I'm not been checking the news other than knowing it's going on, but it's been a bit tense out here.
Yeah, the No King stuff. There was a big thing. I feel like all over Southern California yesterday, 2 days ago, Saturday. Saw somebody get ran over, but it's like also like, it's weird. It's one of those weird conversations where you're in the middle of like a crowded area and people start like destroying your car and like breaking your windows. You have your family on. Like, are you not supposed to like gas it and get out of there? You know what I mean? And like somebody got hit because they're trying to get themselves out. I have no idea what provoked it, but it's just one of those, like, it's just not a good situation for anybody. So I'm all for a healthy protest, but, don't be smashing somebody's car as they're trying to, just make it home.
Yeah, it was a fucking war zone when I left, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like downtown, like
really,
yeah, like downtown LA was absolutely wild. Like it was crazy town. People were throwing rocks at fucking cars. Like, I mean, like flipping over cars. I was like, this shit is crazy. And I heard the craziest line. I literally heard the craziest line ever. As I was checking out of my hotel, the woman on the all I hear in the TV in the background was like, she's interviewing somebody on the ground. She was like, they're arresting criminals. And I was like, and like, as in like, this is a shock. They're arresting criminals. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. California is very special. You guys are, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you do it, but yeah.
I stay home. That's how I do it. I stay home in my nice safe place. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I've been hearing even like locally, my local like government center has been crazy, and I'm like, I'll just stay at home.
It's insane. It really is insane. That was because we're not a current event show. Meta Beast. Yeah, Alex Padilla getting removed from a what's it called from a hearing. Yeah, that's not what we're here to talk. Like we're just chatting about like stuff that's close to us or whatever. Like this is not the current events live stream. But obviously, like we never want to see anything go crazy. Like none of this shit like happen. But listen, this is the world that we live in now. So. It is what it is. And then as far as the Israel-Iran stuff, yeah, I mean, I would have thought so too, Magic. And it did have an effect initially, right? Like we saw Bitcoin kind of take a dive from, I think we were at like 106,000 all the way down. I think we teetered right at around like $100,000 and then bounced right back up. So the crypto market is crazy. Yeah.
Do you think it's hard to break that wall now that it's gone over 100 to like dip under? Or do you think anything could happen with that?
I mean, of course, anything can happen, but if you go and watch actually Landy's videos, he'll tell you why that's obviously the area to watch because there is a lot. Like now, you've almost like set in this floor, right? And when I watch Landy's videos, it literally tells me like now it's like if it holds this level for a specific amount of time. Because I'm not a TA person, right? I don't know anything about technical analysis, but if it holds a specific level for a certain amount of time. The longer it holds that level, the better off you're going to be. Like the better off the price is actually. Of holding that floor, the better off the price is, or the higher the probability of the price staying above that level in the future, right? So when it starts setting those, it's like okay, cool. And that $100,000 mark has been there, I think, for the past, I want to say at least 30 days, if not more. Landy, correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, please. Yeah,
I think it's been longer than that.
Probably.
At least it feels that way.
Yeah. I'd say at least 30 days, 30, maybe 45 days. But yeah, it's nothing but look, like other than, I mean, like the Middle East is wild. I don't know how the US is somehow going to get involved in this or whatever, but can that have an effect on crypto? Sure. But I think what we might see now is we might see crypto be able to now almost like stand on its own to where you know how like when crazy shit happens, it's almost like flight to safety where people end up investing in gold. Bitcoin, I think, is now kind of becoming that as well. I mean, in addition to Michael Saylor thinking about buying another, I don't know how many more $1 billion worth of freaking what's it called, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, it's been a little nuts. The crypto markets have been it's been volatile, but there's been opportunity out here for people to be able to really make some money. I don't know. I see it as every time there's something crazy happening in the market, I think that literally just the light bulb goes off in my head and I'm just like, okay, that's opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also shows like the progression if other people are thinking that way.
Yeah. Do you want to see something really crazy, Magic? Like there was a news story and I put out this thread this morning. But there was a news story that came out that dropped this morning. So you know how I run the Thursday Sun Pump space, which is Sun Pump is like the meme coin platform for Justin Sun's blockchain called Tron, right? So there's Ethereum, there's Bitcoin, right? There's Solana. Tron is another one of them, right? Okay. And Tron, if you guys remember or if you know, is run by Justin Sun. And Justin Sun is like this young, super smart fucking billionaire who is making all of the right moves and got in really, really early and got in really, really good with President Trump. And as of this morning, and we've never seen something like this before, but as of this morning, TRX is now going to become, or TRX is the symbol, is going to be a public company on the NASDAQ. And they're doing that via something called a reverse merger. And just look at this price, just so people understand. Hold on, I'm gonna share I want to show the tweet first because I think it's massively, massively impactful because I don't think people genuinely appreciate like what the hell is actually going on here. So here, check this out. So present, share screen. Okay, got it. Okay. So I put this thread out this morning, right? How Justin Sun turned a $1 toy stock into a potential $20 crypto Trojan horse. So you guys can go see it on my page. You can go read that, right? But what the hell does this actually mean? So I'm going to show you on this other screen, and I'm going to share.
Can you tell me what a toy stock means?
Yeah. So this was literally a public company. So SRM is the ticker, right? That trades on the NASDAQ. Okay. It was a toy company that went public a long time ago. And essentially,
literally a toy company.
Literally a toy company.
Okay.
Yeah.
What am I missing here?
Yeah. So literally like a company that makes toys is now going to be the public facing entity, right? For Justin Sun's Tron ecosystem and Tron blockchain. And I'm going to show you.
How does that make sense?
So here's the thing, right? So here's how they do it. They do it via something called like a reverse merger. So companies that are already, I'll try and keep this as simple as possible, but companies that are already public, right? That are either struggling or they can't meet, what's it called? They can't, let's say they can't meet, they can't meet the requirements for staying listed, right? Because you have to have like a certain amount of money. The business just isn't doing well, right? Like they went public and the business just isn't doing well. They're always looking for, and like this is the easiest way to essentially become part of the public markets, because otherwise you then have to file all of these different you have to file a prospectus, you have to like go on a roadshow, you have to get investors and present to institutions. This way, a company that's already public, I make an investment into said company, I rename the company, and I just restructure it, and it's already public. That's as simple as I can make it for everybody. And this is what it actually does. So check this out.
So you basically just completely reorged the company, but didn't have to go through all the paperwork and.
Correct.
Yeah, you fast track a lot of the
right.
The same way if you're going to incorporate, like you don't have to go file and do all of that fun stuff if you just take over a company that's already incorporated. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So and you get all the it's an interesting move, that's for sure.
Yeah. So this toy company that they ended up taking over, SRM, right, closed at $1.20 on Friday. Okay, on the NASDAQ, $1.20. It started trading, and that was up from 80 cents probably like a few days prior, because also Eric Trump is rumored to take a position within this company now. Okay, so now you have 80 cents to $1.20, traded $1.45 pre-market, and then today, okay, after the weekend, was trading at, I think it was $5.30, right? Like I put here, it opened at $5.30. I like to think that this is me because I technically am a massive crypto influencer with massive, not really, but I put this out when it was trading on the open at $5.30. Look at where this thing is now.
So you're taking credit for this?
No, not at all. But I just say that I am. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I have this much.
At $1.40.
Watch it crash now that you're talking about it.
Yeah, that would have been nice. But look at like when you actually like my thread does make sense though, right? Like now you're at $100 million market cap for this thing, for this SRM Entertainment, right? $100 million market cap. If you're at $100 million and Justin Sun just put in $100 million, it's like now you're at par valuation. It's like, okay, that's cool. Like this is like at $9-10, this is the equivalent of the amount of money that he just put in this TRX token. I mean, what Wall Street company do you know trades at literally par value, meaning like dollar for dollar, like, oh, we're worth this much. This is what our stock price should be in order to reflect this. Nah, they always reflect at least 2, 3, 4, 5x higher, if not more, something called PE ratio. But without getting into those specifics, look at this, $9.24. So if you got the in at $1.20 on Friday, you are chilling right now.
Are you one of those people?
No, I am not. No.
Where were you at, dude? It's Monday morning. That was Friday.
Bro, I don't know what I was doing this weekend, man, but I was not on this, and I should have been, bro. I should have been. Yeah. But this goes to show you, like, there's crypto, and then there's the TradFi markets, and now we're going to start seeing these things blur and really start coming together, because when you start doing numbers like this makes people take notice. You understand? Like, this is what makes people say, oh, shit. Yeah.
So has this had any effect on Tron yet?
That's a good question. That is a very good question. I have actually not looked at. I do have a Tron bag. I'll say that much. I have not looked at the TRX price, but let's take a look at it now. So TRX is TRX.
And what
And is
about
it
its
easy-
child Thon?
Simmer down. We're not talking about that right now. You understand me? Chill. I wish I still fucking. Oh my
Do
god.
people? Is it easy for the random person to find this stock and then find the linkage to Tron?
Wait, ask that one more time.
Like if I don't like mess with crypto at all, and I'm looking at new stocks, and I see this, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Would it be easy for me to find the connection to Tron and the crypto?
I mean, you should be able to, right? Like you should be able to, right? Because if you're reading the news mentions Justin Sun. And anytime you just Google Justin Sun, you Google it, you put into GPT, you're going to see Justin Sun, founder of Tron DAO, TRX, like it's everywhere. So you should be able to make it fairly easily. I think MetaBeast also has a good question where it's like, so how does someone acquire said stock easily, not Cash App? That's a good question, MetaBeast. I would say if you don't have like a TradFi platform, I would probably go. I know a lot of people use Robinhood. I would assume you could probably use Robinhood as well because Robinhood kind of has both. You have crypto and you have like the traditional TradFi market, so NASDAQ, NYSE, and everything else. So I'm pretty sure you can access this through Robinhood if you don't have an account there yet. Or you can go get a traditional account like someplace else, whether it's like a Charles Schwab or TD Ameritrade or E-Trade, like all these like old school ones. If you remember these, like if those names.
Oh, you're shaming me. I have TD Ameritrade.
No, I'm not shaming. I think it's at the end of the day, people have it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm old school.
Yeah, but like this is monstrous news for a Monday morning. In my opinion, like this is big news because now people don't know this, but Tron has almost been like at war with like the base chain and Coinbase. So this is going to now really put, I don't want to say pressure, but this is literally just now going to take a piece of like the Coinbase pie and people are going to start looking elsewhere because what Tron has that not a lot of other chains actually have is massive stable coin dollar value because Tron, unlike other chains that are trying to come up with the best like meme this or this, that, like what Tron does really, really well is real world application. They have stable coins because in like developing countries, right? I'm not even saying third world, like in other countries that are not the United States, they are the leader when it comes to stable coin transactions. So meaning USDT, they have almost, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I think they have almost, what's up, Mainzy? I think they have almost like 60 or 70 billion dollars in USDT on their, just sitting on their chain to be able to actually use in real world applications. And we saw recently with this Genius bill and the Stablecoin Act that like that the Senate passed that we're waiting for the House to pass. We're literally just days, if not maybe a week or two away from stablecoins becoming a real thing and probably going to be the most dominant way that people spend money here in the United States. So these guys are ahead of the game. So in my opinion, I don't know. No, and again, NFA, yada, yada, disclaimer. See the bottom of the screen where there is no disclaimer, but disclaimer. I am not advocating for any of this. I'm just reporting on the news, giving you my dumb opinion. But yeah.
You see that since you put that up on the screen, it has been going down.
What has it? Like I said, I'm an influencer. I didn't say which way I influence, but you know.
So you were looking up Tron. Did you find it?
Yeah. So Tron is actually up almost 4% on the day. It's at 28, between, it's about 28 and a half cents.
Those are rookie numbers.
Yeah, rookie numbers. Rookie numbers with a $27 billion total market cap. I wouldn't say that rookie. You know what I mean? Like 27 billion. And listen, your boy over here being the host of the Sun Pump fucking Thursday spaces, there's a Sun token also. So we need Sun token. So this hopefully shines a little bit of light on that one. Go check out Sun token also. Not a shill, whatever. Just saying. Maybe a little.
It's a little bit of a show.
Look at that, 926, up. Influence. 2,618 people are like, oh shit, go. I own none of it. Yeah.
And I see Mainsy in here. Did you confirm? Is Mainsy?
Yes, I did. So Magic, we started obviously like our all on board series, right, with WAGMI Hub and Futureverse, which you know. And tomorrow we are doing. I did like the title, by the way, Bill. Like that's all I needed. Tomorrow we're doing episode 3, which is like the IP episode for all on board on the WAGMI Hub and Futureverse space, which we're essentially going to be featuring a lot of the IP. We're going to be talking to Novogratz at Candy Digital. Aaron's going to be there. Obviously, me, Bildo Gex. And we're going to have Mainsy on with us as well as No Credits. So I wanted builders and like real people that are in the know on the IP. And I felt like there was nobody better than Mains because he's speaking. He's literally like talking to every single collector that's out here, why they're collecting the IP that they're collecting. So I feel like he can bring an incredible insight for the space tomorrow. So yeah, Bildo, everybody is confirmed. Yeah, everybody is confirmed for tomorrow, and we are good to go.
Yeah, it'll be cool to have. When you said, this is my idea, I was like, who are you going to bring from that side? I think Mainsy's perfect. So excited to have him on and be able to chat. And, I feel like, we've had potential guest requests as well. And I would love for him, once he gets streaming and all of that, to potentially get the same guests that we have. Because as the Collectors Hub, there ain't a better collector that you can have than that potential guest. So hopefully it opens some doors for him as well.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
It's a perfect number, by the way. It just went.
This is a YouTube thing?
Look at that shit.
Tomorrow will be on Spaces. I think next week will be live streamed.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., guys, Eastern Standard Time. And obviously everybody who's all over the world, I know, but it actually works out like, because No Credits being completely on the opposite side of the world, like that time actually works out for him. And I know it's obviously like going to be late for Mains, but luckily he said yes, and he's willing to do it. And yeah, look, price go up. I'm an influencer. It is what it is. Magic, just deal with it. I do have other.
How cool is it?
Yeah.
How cool is it though that you can like do these shows with people all over the world? Like that's really cool.
Yeah, it is really fucking cool. Actually, it's really fucking cool. I love it. Yeah, it's really fucking dope. Yeah,
4 countries, because Mainsy's in UK, Gex is in Canada, we're in the US, and Aaron and No Credits are New Zealand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit. That's wild. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. That is crazy. I got some other news. If you guys want to see this news as well,
do share.
Hold, please. Let me pull it up. As you guys know, like we're just talking about, we're doing the all on board space on the WAGMI Hub. What's it called? On the WAGMI Hub stream, on the WAGMI Hub space. And as of this morning, WAGMI Hub is on the way. TGE. Magic, what does TGE stand for?
I don't know.
Come on. Token generation event. So TGE is officially here.
Never would have got that.
Never?
Never would have got that.
I thought we went over that one, but maybe not. Maybe that's on me. My bad. No. Oops, my fault. But yeah, TGE is officially here for WAGMI. So this has been a long time coming. It's gonna be it's gonna be insane. So there was a lot popping off this week, man. Like that hits home for a lot of us. You know what I mean? Like everything that we're doing, the channels that we're streaming on, like we're starting to branch out a little bit. Yeah, Mainsy, I can't wait to have you on, bro. Like this is gonna be fucking hella dope. And it's all just pushing this narrative forward. And I think now we're going to start seeing a lot of these companies that are going to start just issuing tokens now. You're going to start seeing a lot, which, by the way, because somebody issues a token, and I'll say this for WAGMI, for whoever, like I am impartial at best. like be very, very careful, like what you guys get involved in, because a lot of times, like with TGEs, like they go to a specific a specific exchange, and the exchange like, yeah, like we'll list you, no problem, for sure, and they do. But a lot of times, those market makers really don't have the best interest of the holders, like in mind. So just be careful if you're going to be buying anything, right? And I am in no way, shape, or form saying go out and buy this WAGMI token, yada yada. Obviously, like this is where I put my time in, so I have a lot vested in this. I have a lot that's not going to be unlocked at the at the drop of this. I have very, very few, so hopefully I see a little bit of money. But at the end of the day, like my stuff unlocks over the course of 6 to 12 months, which it is what it is. You know what I mean? And Buildo, I think we have, and the Think TGE should be coming up in the coming weeks as well. No?
Yeah, there should be a meeting on it this week to kind of get community feedback, because waiting on a couple sexes, I guess. And they're kind of like, does the community want to wait for those to launch on certain sexes, or do we want to just launch it without those and get the sexes later? So I think we should know a little bit more this week.
Nice.
But yeah, they've said it's not Coinbase or Binance, so I'm like, just launch it, because those are the two to me that really make a difference. And like even like with Root, like Root's on every exchange except for really Coinbase and Binance, and those are the only two that I feel like really start to make a difference.
Ooh, more guests. I like this. GM Puppet.
Landy.
Good morning. How is everybody?
Doing good.
We're good.
Doing good. What's cooking, bro?
Well, I just heard about a TGE, and I was like, wait, a TGE for WAGMI Hub? That's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Been a long time in the works, man. So finally, people get to whether you're a farmer or whether you're someone like me that's literally been putting in the work every single week, or like the WAGMI team that has been busting their fucking ass to just put all this shit together for a long time now. Hopefully this pays off, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
What's good?
No, I'm just it was an interesting weekend. Watching price and sentiment on the timeline, and then turned around on Monday and prices started to go up, and now the sentiment is completely shifted. So it's almost like nothing ever happened, which is weird.
Yeah. So Landy, I'll ask you the question that Magic asked me, right? Where like is $100,000 like a significant like floor, like for like price floor for that to be in on Bitcoin now for, I don't know, you would know obviously better than me, but like how long has it been down there? Like how long have we remained above 100K? And like, does that bode really, really well for future price action for Bitcoin?
It's kind of the line in the sand right now for Bitcoin, because if $100,000 is lost, we're in for probably a longer correction. So seeing it hold up is good. Obviously, the worldwide events, many are attributing to the kind of retest of that area again. But in reality, price cooked on the way back up since like 74. So needed some time to consolidate. There are some fears in the market around, the kind of outlook going forward for the crypto market. But those fears so far have been unsubstantiated. While they do make for good talking points, they aren't really relevant right now until we see like macro structural changes. And with the economy, the underlying economic data improving, I don't really see this headed into any kind of bear market territory. So I would say that $100,000 it's a pretty accurate area to see holding up. It has turned into a support, and that's what you kind of want to look to kind of hold if we do see things draw down again, because we've been up here for about 40 days.
Nice. Amazing, dude. Yeah, I was reading an article this past weekend that I saw on Cointelegraph that was essentially saying one BTC is literally like the new. It was, I think, the CFO for Van Eck or whoever it was that said, like, the new American dream is holding one BTC, and it's like that, like that's it. And I don't know if you guys saw Magic, I don't know if you saw the Coinbase commercial, but you know what? Like, let me go pull it up so I can play it. But one BTC being like the new American dream, like for like if you have one BTC, they're saying that's going to be enough for you to like retire. Think about that, right? Like I'd be like, I'm fighting tooth and fucking nail to try and just amass as much Bitcoin like as possible. I think a lot of people just get really they get blinded by like these crazy ass fucking meme coin gains and everything else that they're like, this is the thing that can potentially set you up. And it's like, oh, $100,000, I'm too late. Fuck all that. You're not too late. Like you're genuinely not too late. Like start allocating funds to Bitcoin because you're not late. Let me go find the what's it called?
I need to add to that, brother, because one of the big things that people try to do in crypto is they try to enter into the meme coins as a vector for getting Bitcoin later. It's going to run faster, so I can't afford Bitcoin right now. But if I get into these meme coins, but they often overestimate their ability to identify what's going to go up. They also underestimate just how quickly things can come down. So they tend not to take profits. And then when they get into a loss, they lock in the loss and then it goes back up on them. And then they FOMO back in. They just get stuck in that cycle. And that's where, even if you want to play with meme coins and altcoins and stuff like that, you should just be steadily getting Bitcoin the entire time. There's just not enough. There's not enough Bitcoin. And these institutions are ready to pull the trigger in a much bigger way on Bitcoin. Bitcoin treasury company aspect is going to become a thing it's going to become the new fad for every company. And then of course you've got nation states and states in the United States and just, wealth funds and pensions and all kinds of stuff that want to get into Bitcoin. So it is, I save in Bitcoin. That's the way that I do it. So I'll trade anything else, but I save in Bitcoin.
I couldn't have said it better, bro. Like, I mean, I'm thinking like every dollar in profit that I'm making, I'm literally just rotating. I don't care what the price is, like, because I don't care if it's 100,000, if it's 115,000, if it's 80,000, like I'm just rotating it in because like time has shown us that at the end of the day, this is literally what works, right? It's what works. Like Bitcoin price action will move up. It's the way that, I mean, we could sit here for 10 years and do this, but let me, great stuff, Landy. Thank you for highlighting that. Let me play this so you guys can tell me if you can hear this.
In 2012, you need 30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house. A decade later, it had only cost you 20 Bitcoin. And today, it could be yours for 5. If home prices keep falling in Bitcoin, why do they keep rising in dollars?
Watch this again. Hold on. It's that impactful.
In 2012, you need 30,000 Bitcoin to buy this house. A decade later, it had only cost you 20 Bitcoin. And today, it could be yours for 5. If home prices keep falling in Bitcoin, why do they keep rising in dollars?
That's
What?
impactful.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on. It's like, wait a minute. What? 10,000 Bitcoin back in 2012. 20,000 Bitcoin. Now it would be 10 a decade later, and now 5 just 2 to 3 years later. That's impactful shit, in my opinion. Come on.
Yeah, it really is.
That's an insane commercial. They did a really good job. But that's been the refrain from, the Bitcoiners, is, the value of the dollar is going to continue to go down, and it will continue to go down. And that's where just, Bitcoin, that's a great commercial. Bitcoin is something that I think that many are going to miss, even that are here, unfortunately, because of that unit bias, right? They're going to see the unit bias. They're going to do just what I was talking about earlier is they're going to go for the lower cap and, maybe trendy kind of meme coins that might only pop off for this cycle. And unfortunately, they most overestimate their skill and ability to take profits, and they're going to be left on the sidelines. And the people who are here now, we're all early still. So understanding the context and the power behind it is incredible. It's they did a really good job with that commercial. There's a few others that are starting to come out, but they're mainly on the timelines. For that one to be hitting mainstream is I think waking up a lot of people. I even had my father seen that commercial. And he's like, "Oh my God, they're talking about Bitcoin on my TV again, and it doesn't have that weird froofy haired guy." And I was like, "Oh, it was like SBF." Yeah. I said, "No, this guy's name is Baldylocks."
Baldylocks. Magic, when you see that commercial, what do you think?
I mean, that was my word, is it's impactful. But and Landy, like he's even preaching to me in what he's saying. But you're still dealing with like American greed, and everybody gambles. And you hear these crazy stories of, oh, I put $20 into this, and 2 years later it multiplied and went to the moon. And so everybody's like, well, I might have that chance to strike gold. And rather than just do the safe play and view it as like savings, the majority of people, they want to gamble. They want to be the next success story, but they get themselves in trouble doing that. You're muted.
No, Magic, I was going to ask you. So
Yeah.
From that perspective, like when you see a commercial like that and you start to think about Bitcoin and what the value in certain assets are in versus Bitcoin now. And you mentioned the casino. The way, and I want to know if you agree with me on this. I view it as instead of putting in work, a lot of people just want to go to, Atlantic City. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's use a better example. Las Vegas. And
bro, you can't.
yeah. Dave got where I was going with that. You want to go to Vegas and try and win your way out, or play scratchers and try and win your way out to actual wealth, right? And instead of actually putting in the work for it. And I think that's the allure. Would you agree? Is kind of what brings it in, because people don't really associate it as like.
Yeah, I think that people are still, at least people that aren't seasoned, still, they just view it with that casino perspective, and they aren't really looking at like the long term, what Bitcoin can do for like generations. It's more like the quick play. I don't feel like it's been ingrained in people yet, of that, like, this is the future of money, and this is the future of investing and finance. And I think they all just hear these little success stories here and there. Oh, you got these kids that are now billionaires on their yachts, and it's like, oh, if I have a chance at that, I'm going to do that. Why would I just stick money each week into, I've got a 401k, I've got stocks. Why would I stick money in here and there for Bitcoin when I could just spend that same money looking for that gamble, and it might pay off?
I mean, to me, like, that's what originally got me into investing, probably like 2019, is like, I have all the traditional, life insurance, 401k, all of that good stuff. And it, it's done okay with me. But like, I also look at it as like, I'm worried about the United States. I feel like we've had an amazing run for a very long time as being like that dominant force in the world. I don't know how long that run will continue. If that run doesn't continue or even takes a step back, the first thing that's going to go is that 401k, those life insurance. Like, those are the things that like I would be absolutely wrecked on. So for me, there was only like it started out as like, okay, well, if I have, here's 100% of my portfolio, I'm going to now take 10% of my allocation to what I'm putting towards my retirement, and I'm going to now invest it into like crypto or something that's diversifying, that is not tied to the direct economy of the United States. So if United States crumbles or the US dollar goes to shit, then like I'm not really impacted because I at least have 10% over here. Now over that 6 years, that 10% has gone much larger, and I'm no longer contributing to my 401k, or I'm no longer contributing to certain life insurance policies, and I am strictly investing into that, to where that portfolio went from like a 90-10 when I first got in to say, I at least want to be protected a little bit. Worst case scenario, I want to at least have something that if, you know, the US dollar completely tanks, that like I'm not caught without my pants down and like I have nowhere to go. So for me, that's where it initially started. And then the more I dug in, the more that's gone from 90-10 to, you know, probably 90-10 the other way. But like I still have it. It's not like I cashed out all of those particular things. You know what I mean? To say I completely given up on traditional. I'm just no longer contributing to those. And I feel like I will either outperform and or, you know, safeguarding to match that portfolio a little bit more. You know, I have a pretty decent 401k for working the amount of years that I have and contributing to that. That's not how much Bitcoin I have. So like until I get to that point where I'm like, okay, now I have a few Bitcoin in, you know, a 401k type of situation, then I might start thinking about going a different direction.
Schmuck insurance. That's what they called it, like way back when. Magic, I'm not kidding. Like Chamath, like one of like the smartest minds out here, literally called it schmuck insurance. Like that's what he said. Like schmuck insurance. Like that's what you should get just in case. Put one. He was telling all these high net worth individuals, put 1% of your net worth into Bitcoin. Like what do you lose? Like just in case these bankers really do fuck it up and they screw everything up, what are you going to be left with just in case? And I mean, people have done really, really well with schmuck insurance since he said that. I'll tell you, like, I think it was 4 or 5 years ago. Crazy.
Also, shout out to Mexican who says Landy, Dave, Magic, and other bro, GM.
You might not recognize him, Mexi, but that's Bildo under the mustache. Like maybe you haven't. It's tough to maybe recognize who you are, bro.
Yeah, it looks a little different without neon green hair, but it is yeah, there's, you know, what's funny is you know, just in case these bankers fuck it up is got to be the statement of the century. Like just in case. Yeah, well, we've seen how things have gone in the past and we kind of know where they're going in the future. So it's, look, I made the Atlantic City reference for a reason.
Loved it. I loved it.
So I will clarify, as somebody DM'd me and said, why Atlantic City? I said, exactly. Why Atlantic? Go to Atlantic City now. It used to be the gambling capital of the East Coast. It is run down, backwoods,
desolate.
Horrible. It's desolate. There's nothing there anymore. And unfortunately, that's what happens when the actual bear market comes. And that's where you want to be in you want to have that safety net, as Bildo was saying. You want to have that schmuck insurance, as Dave referenced.
Hedging
right?
your bet, you know what I mean? If you're going to the casino, sometimes you got to hedge your bet. Or if you're betting on sports and it's like, okay, well, I put a lot of money over here. Well, maybe I just put 10% over here to see, in case I get wrecked on this bet, at least I'll make my money back off this other bet. So like, yeah, to me, yeah, schmuck insurance is a great way to put it.
Schmuck insurance. Magic, you gonna start upping your schmuck insurance or what?
I need to, yes.
It's never too late. There's still Bitcoin available. That's how you know it's not too late.
Yeah,
true.
That's a fact. There still is Bitcoin available, but just don't tell anybody on stream how much Bitcoin you actually have, because apparently they kidnapped another French TikToker over the weekend, and they realized this motherfucker ain't got no money.
Wait, what?
Yeah. the French are no joke, bro. Like they kidnapped another TikToker that has like, I think he was something like 40,000 followers. He was yapping, younger kid, like yapping all on stream about how much Bitcoin he had and da-da-da-da. Kidnapped him, tortured the kid for 48 hours, and then realized this motherfucker is broke. They walked away with like 30K, 40K or something like that. Like
he was bullshitting the internet about how much money he had? No way.
That never happens, guys. That never happens.
On the interwebs? No.
Oh man.
Actually own a Lambo that was just rented for
Yeah. Fucking crazy. So be smart out here. Be smart, especially if you have more money than God.
But can you imagine going to that extent and then just being like, oh fuck, we fucked up. We fucking kidnapped the broke guy. You know what I mean?
Like what? He literally has nothing. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't really make them look that smart either.
I mean, how else are you supposed to, you technically, how else are you supposed to know, right? Like, I guess you could track wallets or whatever, but these thieves don't know nothing, right? They just hear what's on the face, you know what I'm saying? But yeah,
they got into his wallet, and it's that like Asian guy gif where he just like opens the wallet. It's like, oh.
They all were playing the FAFO game that day.
And it's like literally the guy goes, oh. And it's like, it sucks for you. You robbed the wrong kid, you fucking idiots. Oh man. Hold on,
so I kind of wanted to get your guys' impression take and of a little bit more political drama, that since I haven't talked to you guys in a minute, but what do we think about the fallout in the White House?
With
like
which part?
with the two head honchos that both have ego issues.
You want to get Landy going on this? So we had this discussion on ATC, and listen, in my opinion, like I didn't know if it was theater or what. Landy was like, this is fucking theater. This is comical, blah, blah, blah. All I know is I love the AI video that came out of it, where it was like Elon flying to Mars and becoming like the president of Mars, and then like him seeing Trump everywhere, and then Trump seeing like Elon everywhere, being like, I miss you too, you know?
It's such a good video.
It was so good. It was so freaking good. But yeah, I mean, look, it's obviously it wasn't good for our bags. But you know, Landy was saying, look, this was already like kind of factored in terms of like that downtrend, and luckily the market just kind of ate it up. No, Landy, like looking back now, like they kind of made up in a way, and it's kind of a kind of a nothing burger at this point, I feel like.
Yeah.
Did they make up?
Yeah. So they've been, Elon's been reposting positive things regarding Trump and the administration. He apologized on the timeline. Trump has walked back his statements. I had said, as soon as I started even hearing about it, I said, this is a psyop. And this is just, bread and circus right now. And a lot of people are attributing their little spat, which lasted, it lasted less time than the Laudio launch. So, I mean, it took up mind share on the internet for about 48 hours.
Yeah.
Before they made up, and like tweets were deleted, posts were deleted, and then he's been reposting the administration stuff. I think that this was in an effort to distance him, to create a media narrative, because the media flipped on everything. They went from, Elon's salute, where he's saying, my heart goes out to you, much like many other politicians and figures, to accosting him as essentially being a part of the Third Reich, to he's now the greatest thing since sliced bread. This is amazing. He's against Trump. He's on our side. And then they no longer wanted to burn Tesla dealerships. And, then all of a sudden it was all resolved. And now no one's talking about it. And the move actually in the markets, we had already begun to put in like a structure where we had a downtrend forming, and it did exacerbate it a bit, but not even that much. Like things all hit their key zones and went right back to the upside. So it was, now we move on to the next big narrative. Unfortunately, the more recent narratives have actual implications to them. So that one did not, in my opinion. It was kind of a nothing burger because it doesn't really affect anything. It doesn't affect the economy. They were making a big deal about Tesla stock dumping off, and it's like, if I was going to put out posts that were going after the president who I was just standing next to in the Oval Office, I'm going to every one of my guys and going, yo, get ready. Go buy this dip. It's about to happen.
Yeah. In a way, it almost seemed like that's what it was. So Magic, I feel like it's a good question in terms of like, they just wanted cheaper Bitcoin. Like, is that like what it was? Like one last shot. Like, hey, listen, you're going to literally tweet out, I'm on the list, the Epstein list. Okay, but we tweeted that out like 100 times, and we said, yeah, we know that you're on the list, but like the flight logs, but you've never actually went there. Like we get that. No, just tweet that, and we're good. And it's just like, motherfucker. Like, yeah.
Did you see the like all the different memes of Trump sitting next to Elon and Trump going, no, now post this,
Yeah.
and Elon going, no, post this one now.
Yeah, it's like,
it's all debunked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all debunked stuff. Like even when Trump was like, you're fired, I fired him. Well, we all know that he was only supposed to be there for the 120 days because it was a special appointment. Otherwise, he would have had to join the cabinet or something else or get an official position. So like it was all debunked barbs. It just didn't feel right. It felt off. So now we're on to all the fun stuff that's happening narratively here at home, and then there's the real world implications of stuff that is happening overseas. So, and still the market churns on.
This is true. Churn we go. And like Meta B says, be a smart kidnapper. Find their wallet and check first.
You know what? I don't think that I'm ever gonna actually meet MetaBeast after reading that.
Yeah. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. One other thing that I will say too, and maybe we save this for next week, but I have officially figured out how to automate earning quacks, yaps, snaps, snap, crackle, pot, like all of this stuff using Bindi. And Landy, I don't know if you've been tracking my timeline at all, but like all of that stuff has literally been like full automation. And I just want to show you guys maybe just one. I want to show you just one quick email so that you can see, like, I've literally connected my email address, my Google Sheet to where every single thing that this is doing. Check this out. Look at this. Present, share screen. Where's my Gmail? Okay, like shut up about how many windows and tabs I have open. Leave me alone.
I don't even have to say it anymore.
There it is. Okay, check this out. Look at this. I literally got Bindi.io, okay, connecting all of those different apps. If you guys remember when we showed you last time, I gave it, a task, right? I wrote it like this, like 1 page long prompt. And I said, I want you to focus on these specific projects, right? And I want you to like craft a strategy around it. And I want you to email me once everything is done. All the tweets are completed. All of the reply guys are done. And look what it does. Dave, the comprehensive project domination campaign has been successfully executed with maximum impact across all target ecosystems. I gave it 7 projects, 100% success rate, total engagement, 21 strategic interactions, 7 comprehensive threads, thought leadership established across all ecosystems via the threads I put out. And this is now, I can obviously have it on a recurring basis, but look, it shows me Caldera. This is essentially the tweet that I put out. It has the links to it, right? Talks about ape, like obviously we're going to get the ape chain. This is essentially for me earning more quacks. Landy, I don't know about you, but I normally earn anywhere from like maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 quacks a day. Yesterday I earned 7, and I'm probably on pace to earn a lot more today. So to me, this thing is absolutely working. I took all of the top, if you guys remember, on the Kaito leaderboards. This is all of the top projects on the Kaito leaderboards, as well as on the wall chain leaderboards. So I'm mixing them all in. I'm feeding them the handles, and it is literally doing the rest for me. And it puts it all into this nice, beautiful, sexy Google Sheet. and it shows me exactly what's what. And I'm going to fill this whole sheet up with a ton of other protocols because there's, I think, now 100 projects. So cool, coma, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Old Diddy.
Oh,
It's gonna slide right in there.
Bro, come on, man. You can't tell me that like this is not the way you're supposed to be using AI. Bro, like I just hope I don't get flagged on my account. But I mean that
No, because you're just automating posts and
Yeah.
threads.
That's it.
That's pretty common. And it's not like these what they were getting rid of were these reused media threads where they're not giving credit or linking. They'll just take other people's timeline stuff and then cut their names out or don't link to their video or their pictures that they've made. And then they would insert their ads for whatever it was into the thread. So like this is slick, man. Like, cause this is the way to do things. Especially if you're going to hit any of those leaderboards at this point, they're so well established with the people at the top that it's yeah, no, I like this. I need to know more.
Dave, Bildo's distracting me.
What? With the mustache?
No, in comments. Do you want to see what I'm working on, Dave?
Yeah, we'd love to see what you're working on, Bildo. Hold on.
Let's see here. Is it present?
Oh, it's going to be definitely some 3D rendering of me wearing, I don't know what kind of weird garb, running around Coney Island with some curly hair and some massively inappropriate innuendo in a 3D character, for sure.
Sounds like you might be kind of spot on. Here, let me add it.
Is it Dave at the Met Gala again?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, shit. All right.
That looks good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, you would think I'd be wearing khakis, but those aren't khakis. But all right.
You need to pepper the hair a little bit, though.
I know. I'm trying to I was trying to add texture, but it's not working the way I want it to. But yeah, I had some. I
like this.
Trying to make it work.
Yeah.
I figured you might appreciate it.
You kind of look like Drake.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's kind of missing his lower jaw, but in the 3D model he needs a little bit of like a jawline. I guess you could see a little bit more
of a New York nose. He doesn't.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I said New York. What do you mean?
Don't do it.
Jeannie doesn't believe that the Bildo's on the screen with us. I think the mustache has her fooled.
I know. Impasta. Crazy. Well,
yeah, because you must have just started growing the flavor saver, huh?
What? No. Him, yeah.
It's been around for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, it's been growing. I mean, today was. I mean, look at that thing though, bro. Like that thing is literally like. I mean, that's.
You look like Mario.
End to end, legit.
It's me, Mario.
Grow out the sides and twist them up.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, do the twist up. Yeah.
Oh my god.
She's definitely twisted up.
Yeah, so you came out okay, Dave. Working on the better version.
I like it. Did you make the Azuki, by the way?
Azuki didn't come out good.
No,
it came out looking a little funky. The flat 2D without like a full body can be kind of difficult. And this shit's taking forever.
AI adds legs to my puppet, and it's disturbing.
I want to see.
Every single time somebody makes AI out of this little pup over here, the legs are just insane.
I would love to see that. That would be fucking amazing.
Shit's taking forever to load.
Oh, here's some quick alpha for everybody, so you guys really understand. Like, sticker shop on Telegram. Get involved now. If you are VV fam, I'm telling you right now, you guys have the drop on everybody that's there. You guys know how these mechanics work, the whole 9 yards. Okay? Shout out Max. What up?
Bildo can't see it because he's on his other screen. Max said, shout out to fake Bildo.
Hashtag.
It's like the mustache. I'm wearing a mustache as disguise. Like, ooh, foiled again. I just need the big black rim glasses.
Yeah, you do. I was gonna say.
Hold on.
Next time. Oh no. Hell
he has
yeah.
the glasses, bro. He has the glasses. It's amazing. Oh my god.
Oh, it's too
I'm gonna
good.
put the link to Sticker Shop below so you guys can get involved. They're literally dropping massive IP. I mean, left and right. Pudgy Penguins are on there now. Bored Apes are on there now. Azuki. I just literally I put together this whole Azuki deal, right? Like, so Azuki is now on there. They're coming out with all of like these different meme coins on base and everything else. So you guys know the drill. Like, there's a secondary market for this. Like, this is lit. Like, we're made for this. You know what I mean? Like, we were made for this. Forged in the fire. Sticker Shop.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
Can I take him off the screen for a little bit just so we or take this thing down so we can see this?
Yeah.
It's not dildo. They'll never know.
I'm gonna say that's me. No. I'm gonna put up a picture of Bildo and then a picture of you with the mustache and glasses and say that.
Look at Yo, Magic's red in the face right now. She can't. She doesn't want to. Magic doesn't want to laugh as hard as she normally does because otherwise there's gonna be some snot that comes out of her nose, and we don't know how that fucking turns out. All right, so chill out.
Bildo looks like he owns a distillery.
Look at his face. It's just so good.
Oh, man. Oh.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm sorry. As you were.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. I was just gonna show you Dave, and that was it. I'm just looking at shit.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
It's a little white fox I made, a little Arctic fox.
Okay, I like it.
I just keep doing the same prompt but different animals. So there's like a fox and then his wife. I did a raccoon and his wife, and yeah, did alligator, sharks, bears, bulls. I did a bunch of stuff, and then Dave's sitting here out of nowhere.
Right in the middle with my sweet shirt.
Just Dave surrounded by a bunch of kooky characters. That seems pretty on brand.
Yeah, exactly.
It does.
Thank you, Lindy. Exactly. Okay, my lunch is sitting here waiting, staring at me in the face. So
You're gonna eat on stream?
no, I'm saying we should cut the stream so that I can go eat lunch.
I'm sitting here having to mute myself because my stomach keeps growling.
This was dope, though, boys. I appreciate you joining, man. Thank you, and obviously everybody that tuned in. Magic Hour is back. Yeah, every week now moving forward. I think we should be good, right, Magic? I don't have anything too crazy in the upcoming like month or two. I don't think, but I guess it's crypto, so you never know. But yeah, we'll be back here every Monday, 12 o'clock EST.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys, for joining us. This was fun.
Yeah, Landy, Bildo, thank you, man. And Bildo, thank you for the laughs, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Look forward to tomorrow, Whack Me Hub Futureverse, and then shout out to True Media. I'm going to be on with Dean and Hanu tomorrow night as well. So love what they're doing. They're just pushing out massive content all across not even just like video, like they're going every which direction in this entire space. So really shout out to them to kind of trying to cover it all. So
nice. Good job. Shout out True Media. Landy, thank you, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all. And thanks for having me on.
Always. Magic, it's good to see your face.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I won't say likewise. Bye.
The Crypto Magic Hour. Feel the power. Counting coins as we print every hour. VV Magic, Dave's on the scene. Crypto dreams in a digital gleam. Oh yeah. The Crypto Magic Hour.